Good morning, traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Wednesday, the 11th of January. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. All right, so let us get straight into it and let us start off with Aussie dollar overnight. Retail sales came in at 0.2 to the forecast of 0.5 as the Aussie traded in a very tight range yesterday, only about 50 pips. So it was also affected by the other news, which was from China, which is CPI came in at 2.1, very close to the forecast, and the PPI at 5.5, a little bit higher than the forecast. And as I said, the Aussie dollar traded quite tight yesterday, only a range of around about 50 pips. Moving along, we also had in Canada, we had the building permits number was down at minus 0.1% as the CAD started to find a little bit of support at the 132 handle, and also from what we saw in Monday's session earlier in the week, we have found a really nice support line there on the US CAD. So we need to wait and see whether that is going to hold or continue through that opening. In the US, the job openings number 5.52, pretty close to the mark. As a dollar yen basically produced a doji for us. Uncertainty and questions are now surfacing, and those are: has the dollar peaked? Are we looking to lose some ground on the greenback? To be honest, I think it's still a little bit early in the week to tell. Let's wait and see what Miss Yellen says later in the week, and hopefully there will be a little bit more clearer indication as to where we move next. Let's get on to our chart of the day. Tough goings this morning to find us a decent chart, but I did manage to find something. Hopefully you like it. Let's have a look. I have found for us a Euro AUD daily chart. Now, for those of you who come to my regular master classes on a Thursday, you will recognize my template on this one. This is a wave tracker setup, and you can see clearly here that we are in a downtrend, so from a zoomed out perspective. So let me zoom in a little bit and take a closer look. As we come closer to the action, we can notice that the candle that has just completed, I'm talking only about 30 minutes ago, basically this candle over here has broken the indicator down the bottom here, and the dot has flicked over to the top side, okay, which basically that's one of the first rules that we need to look at. Also, the ADX has just recently crossed with the positive DI moving in a downward direction, so that's one of the other conditions that we need. And of course, we're below the longer term moving average on this particular one. So all those things together essentially says we have a setup. So the trade has just started. For those of you who are interested, Euro AUD, and hopefully it can get some nice momentum and move down towards this way. Now, there is a little bit of a flaw here. Let me just go back to the last screen so I can see it a little bit better. Give me one moment. So there is a little bit of what could be a little bit of support here. So we should have a nice ride to here, and should we break that, then that really opens up, and this is where the wave tracker really can make its ground. So that is our chart of the day today. It's the Euro AUD as the wave tracker set up on a daily chart. Okay, so what do we have coming up overnight? First of all, later this evening, 8:30, we have GBP production, manufacturing and production numbers. 0.6 is the forecast. We also have the goods and trade balance released at the same time. And then later in the night, 2:30 in the morning to be precise, in Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Saving Time, we have crude oil inventories. Also, please note, anybody trading the US CAD, the CAD is heavily influenced by oil. It's a big commodity currency, so please take note of that. Now, as always, please feel free to contact us. If you have any questions, follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Also, you can get this video there posted live instantly as soon as I post it up. But most importantly, guys, have a great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.